First off, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and welcome back to another episode of Combat and Kick It with your host, Bando. And we are here to review Usyk versus Fury 2. Let's get into it. Let's go. So the heavyweights faced off for the second time this year, and Usyk gets it done again. Seems like Usyk is Tyson Fury's kryptonite. Now Tyson Fury has fought so many different styles of fighters. It's surprising to me that Usyk is the guy. His style is the one that is able to crack through Tyson Fury and be able to beat him in his own game. He outboxes Tyson Fury, and he outboxed Tyson Fury this Saturday. I thought Tyson looked good from what I saw. He landed some good shots. He was doing more of what I said he needed to do, right? Be a little bit more, pressure more. He really wasn't on the back foot at all, maybe a little bit in the later rounds, but he was not on the back foot as much as he was in that first fight. He was pushing the pace a little bit more, but it's the counters of Usyk. It's the way he makes you miss. It's the way he lands that left hand. That left hand is open all night when he's fighting Fury. It's kind of crazy. It's open all night. Now the fight was not close, but also not a one-sided, like, complete battering or nothing like that, right? Usyk, in my opinion, definitely got the win. I feel he did everything he needed to do to get the win. He outlanded him in the later rounds especially. He was making him miss. He was making him pay when he missed. He makes the adjustments a lot better than most fighters. To me, Tyson Fury has been coming in as the same fighter in the last 4 or 5 fights. I think he got so comfortable with being at the top and having so many guys be unable to beat him that he kind of rested where his like skill set is. Not that he can't improve, not that he didn't improve, but it doesn't seem like he's making those adjustments to change his game at all, right? And that when you're going up against a guy like Usyk, you got to bring a little bit more. And he brought the pressure. He was much more on the pressure, that was one of the key things that I saw in the first fight that he needed to do a lot more of. And he did in the second fight, but the problem is, I think Tyson should have never have put on as much weight as he put on. Coming in as heavy as he did was way unnecessary, in my opinion. A lot of guys feel as if they come in at a heavier weight, they're going to carry more power and everything like that. Sometimes it really just don't matter, because if you're not landing those shots, right, the shots that you put all this weight on for power, and you're not landing those shots, then you're just wasting energy, right? And a guy like Usyk, who is slick, he's light on his feet, and he makes you pay every time you miss, you're going to gas out. He works the body well too. And how can you not work the body well when the guy you're fighting is 6'8", 6'9", standing in front of you and you're eye level with his chest? Of course you're going to work the body. So Usyk does well working the body, and it pays dividends against a guy like Tyson Fury. You make him miss, you hit him in the body, you counter him up top. The left hand was open all night, like I said. And there's a lot of things where Usyk just was able to come out on top. Now, let's look at these scorecards real quick. So the main scorecards were 116 to 112 in favor of Usyk. But the AI scorecard was 118 to 112 in favor of Usyk. And that one I can't rock with. I definitely disagree with that. And I could even say that 112 for Fury might even be a tad bit low. But overall, I still think Usyk came out with the win. I still think he did enough to come out with the win. Now, comparing this fight to the first one, this fight realistically was closer than the first one. Because watching the first one back, Fury didn't wobble Usyk that much. Usyk almost had Fury out of there, right? And in this fight, it didn't seem like that, right? It seemed like Usyk landed some heavy shots that caught Tyson Fury's attention, but nothing crazy. Wasn't wobbling him, like having him stumble back into the ropes or anything like that. So realistically, this fight was closer than the first one. So if people were really to raise controversy, you would probably do it to this one. But I don't think there was any controversy. I just think that when you're paying close attention, you see that Usyk is outstriking him, outlanding him. If you look at the first 4 rounds, he was outlanding him on jabs. He was outlanding him with power shots. It's one of those things where Usyk carries the speed. He doesn't carry a ton of power, but he carries the speed. And against a guy who's going to come in super overweight to try to carry more power, it's going to benefit you. And I think, Usyk being a former cruiserweight, he's light on his feet. He's able to work around everything that these guys have. And it's wild that he really is the king of the heavyweight division, because there was one point that my first time ever seeing him was when he knocked out Tony Bellew. Before that, I never saw the guy, never heard of him, no idea who he was. And I'm like, okay, who is this monster? This dude's nasty. And then when he moved to heavyweight, I'm like, oh no, he's too little for heavyweight. And he is not. He is proven that he is truly one of the best heavyweights in the world. And obviously the best heavyweight currently. But I think him and Daniel Dubois in this second match, in this rematch, might go a little bit different than the first one. Well, it's going to go a lot different than the first one. It's not going to end the way it ended. I think you're going to have a definitive answer between those two, and I think it's going to be a good fight. I think the style that Dubois brings is interesting because it's kind of a slight bruiser. I don't see him being able to outbox Usyk though. Usyk makes those adjustments. I said it a bunch in this video. It's because it's so true. It's the main thing he does. As soon as he goes back to the corner, he comes back with a whole new adjustment, whole new game plan, and he's reading you too. A lot of people try to claim that he's a little bit slow. He's not slow when it comes to getting going. He's reading. He's reading his opponent, and he's downloading data, and he's figuring it out. He's not the type of guy who's downloading data and he's going to snap and get the finish. He's downloading data on where he can make you pay for every time that you miss, every time that you do what you're best at, how he can make you miss while you do what you're best at. And that's why Usyk is the undisputed heavyweight champion. It's that simple. I'm a Tyson Fury fan, man. I really am. I like watching Tyson Fury fight. I was I was rooting for this fight to go in Tyson's favor so that we can get a third one. Big trilogy, another big trilogy involving Tyson Fury would have been pretty sweet. It's still a possibility with people that are going to argue with controversy, so it's never not a possibility, but I think that ship should sail for right now, and it should be Usyk and Dubois next. But I did want Fury to get that win to force a third fight. Not only that, I just feel like when a guy who's been reigning undefeated for a while finally starts to take his losses, how long does he want to do it? Where does his confidence go? Does he feel like he still has it? All those types of things. And to me, Tyson Fury is probably one more loss away from a retirement now. I'm surprised he didn't on Saturday, but I think he truly believes he won that fight. He truly believes he was up at least 3 rounds, which I would say that Usyk won by 3 rounds. That's kind of how I feel about it. I think Tyson just has to. I don't know. I think Tyson should lean out, get with the speed, work with the defense, and man, he's got to get better at fighting smaller guys. Oh, I shouldn't say get better. This is the first guy he's really had a problem with. Like he's gotten dropped by people before that besides Deontay Wilder. So he can be dropped. He can be cracked and everything like that. But I feel when he's fighting these shorter guys, they find a way to get to his chin. What was the one guy's name? Montgomery, I think. Something Montgomery. I'm not gonna look it up, but he knocked him down. He was a cruiserweight too, cruiserweight coming up to heavyweight, and he knocked him down. Sometimes punching down, actually no, not sometimes. Punching down in general is much harder than punching at your level. So a lot of people think it's easy when you're a tall guy to beat a small guy, but when it's a small guy like Usyk, who's slick, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. But Oleksandr Usyk is the reigning undisputed heavyweight champion, and that's that. He got the win Saturday, so there's nothing to argue about. That's just that. That's simple as that. So I appreciate you for watching this episode. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification button so you know when the next episode is out. And like I said at the beginning of this video, have a very Merry Christmas. Have a great Happy Holidays. Happy New Year's. Have just good, enjoyable time. I will catch you guys on the next episode. Your boy Bando's out. Peace.